In this week's Star Trek Attack Wing Tuesday, we're going to be going over the animated series Faction Pack. The two new faction packs finally came out, and of course I picked them up, so we're going to take a quick look at them. So as usual, the two things we're going to be looking at are the cards and the ships. There's really no need to look at the tokens. So we're going to be looking first at the D7s. So it comes with 3 of these, and these are very nice. They're the updated model with the bridge in the right place. They got the front torpedo tube prominent. Yeah, these are very nicely done. But it also comes with another tiny prize. This was an interesting choice by WizKids. It is slightly better painted than the previous models, but otherwise it's identical to the original tiny prize. It came out back in Wave 1, Wave 0. It's definitely painted better. So I'm not complaining about that. It's just so small. Just the little tiny. Oh, those aren't mole flows. Those are actual windows. Yeah. So yeah, not too happy with this one. I wish they would have updated that model too. But so we got a tiny prize and 3 Klingon ships. Let's start going over the cards. Let's see. Some of these are really good. So, and of course, all the pictures are from the animated series itself. It's kind of nice. RW Talon. Before the ship reveals its maneuver dial, if the ship is cloaked, you may perform a 1 bank, 1 straight, or 1 bank, or perform a sensor echo action as a free action. You actually move before you reveal your dial. That's impressive. That is a very impressive ability. And of course, these new ships, on the new pricing, you got 3132 for just 14 points. So that's really kind of cool. Divisor. When attacking, if the defending ship performed a maneuver with a speed 3 or greater this round, add 1 crit. Situational, but not horrible. And you notice this one doesn't have the cloaking action. This one can't cloak. But it does have battle stations. So it makes this kind of stand out as a completely different ship than your usual Klingon ship. So yeah, that's very interesting that it does not cloak, but it has battle stations. And then we have Klothos. This one is 16 points for the same stats, 3132. So its ability must be really darn good. When attacking, if the ship is cloaked, the ship rolls +1 attack die. And when attacking, if the ship is not within the primary firing arc of the defending ship, convert 1 battle stations into a crit and all their battle stations to hit. So if you're not in the firing arc, you get a free battle stations basically. Better battle stations. So that's where the extra points come from. So this is definitely a lone hunter type ship. In fact, you could probably give it the lone hunter independent faction elite talent, which I use all the time on the Alpha Hunter. I love that card. To give it +1 attack die if it's not within range 2 of a friendly ship. And I just kind of use this one to outflank and try and get into those side shots. Yeah, that's a really good ability. It is more expensive for that ability though. That's very interesting. And then we have USS Enterprise 3143 Constitution class. So this is going to be the same as the tiny prize, I do believe. Action: repair up to 3 shields on this ship. Okay, so that's going to be kind of hard to kill, especially if you give it some sort of action economy on top of it. 20 points, 4 crew, and a weapon. Oh, that is a very interesting upgrade bar. 4 crew and a weapon, so you definitely need to give it some tech. Yeah, and there's many ways to do that. So, yeah, for 20 points, just repair 3 shields. So they basically have to kill you in 1 shot. It's not too bad. Not great, but not too bad. That's actually decent. I mean, there are plenty of cards in this game to do action repair 1 shield. This is an action repair 3 shields. That's kind of good. So the generic Klingon ships 3131 are 11 points. Not too bad. And the generic Constitution has 2 crew and a weapon. 3132 for 16 points. So I'll start getting into the cards here. Let's see. Not in any particular order. So let's see here. This one is Federation 5-point full-powered phaser barrage. The attack value of this weapon is the ship's printed primary weapon value, and it's 5 points. So you get a 6 attack for 5 points if you're on some ships. Place 3 time tokens on this card. Place an orks token besides the ship and target an opposing ship. If this weapon is equipped to a Constitution class, the ship rolls +2 attack dice. During the deal damage step, if there are at least 2 uncancelled hits and/or crits, roll 3 additional attack dice and add all hits or crits to the attack total. That can get quite nasty because those extra hits, of course, will get past the rule of 3. So that's quite a bit of firepower with a little bit of luck. Especially like Constitution class, it would be 5 dice, and with battle station target, like you're probably gonna get all 5 hits and have to stop 3 of them. Yeah, not bad. There's a pretty good chance of that happening actually with 5 dice. And we have another Disruptor Blast, which is Klingon and Romulan for 3 points, 3 damage, or 3 dice. Place 3 time tokens on this card and target an opposing ship. Make this attack twice against the defending ship. If this ship is a D7 class, it may convert 1 blank into 1 battle station during each attack. That could be useful. I guess it would be very useful on the ship that automatically converts battle stations. But you'd have to have a battle station for that to be a useful ability. And it's only 3 dice, so you'd have to pump that up somehow. You get 2 magnetic pulses. This attack value of this weapon is the ship's primary weapon value. Attack. Disable 1 active shield on this ship and target an opposing ship. This weapon is equipped to a D7 class ship. This ship rolls +2 attack dice. All crits that would damage a shield on the defending ship inflicts 1 hit to the defending ship's hull instead. So this basically is a way to bypass shields. And you have to have an active shield, which means you cannot be cloaked when you fire this. And it's 5 points, so you get 5 dice on a D7 class. But if you can do that, I might as well put it on a Vorcha. And the chance of getting a hits to the hull bypassing shields, or especially if you give it like, what is it, con, that converts battle stations into crits instead of hits. That'd be a good combination with this card. Worthy Opponent. Klingon Captain on a Klingon ship. When defending, while there's at least 1 damage card besides the ship's ship card, discard this card. Convert all of the attacking ships' hits, crits, and battle stations into blanks. So if your ship is damaged, your Klingon ship or the Klingon Captain is damaged, you can use this card once to just basically blank out an opponent's attack. So you're basically canceling an attack without canceling the attack. So it's when defending. So yeah, it's after the opponent has rolled all his or her dice and used all of his rerolls and everything and conversions. So this is a really amazing card. It would definitely be almost something you want to bring back with the Zindi card, or with a Ferengi Captain or something. You probably can't do that with a Ferengi Captain, but because it has to be a Klingon Captain. But there's ways to bring cards back. And this is definitely one to consider bringing back, especially if there's only 3 points. So we got 1 independent card in here, Harcourt Fenton Mudd. You do not pay a faction penalty for this card. His ability is range 1. Disable this card and target an opposing ship. Place a love crystal token on 2 crew upgrades equipped to the opposing ship. Well, I guess that means we have to go dig up the love token card. There it is, love crystal tokens. When a crew upgrade with a love crystal token becomes disabled, the player who placed that token on that card chooses and disables another crew upgrade with a love. So what happens is that if your opponent has 2 cards with a love crystal on it, one of them disables for an ability, you can disable the other one too, even at the same time. Or discarded. Or time token. So basically, what happens to one of those 2 crew that has a token on it also happens to the other crew that has a token on it. Yeah, he's still 3 points. A little spinny for what he does, I think. Very situational, just because not everyone that wants that many crew. Vendorian Spy. Activation phase. Target a crew upgrade equipped to a friendly ship. This card becomes a copy of the crew upgrade this game round. Oh, it's like a shapeshifter for 4 points, and it's a Romulan. Target a crew upgrade equipped differently, so you can duplicate cards. Oh, something like the guy who prevents you from rolling evade dice. You can copy him and discard this instead. That's kind of cool. Yeah, so there's a couple other cards that do this. There's Odos that do that too, so that's not a bad ability. And it's nice to get that in the Romulan faction. Let's see here, we got a Klingon crew Kaz. When a Klingon crew upgrade equipped to the ship or another friendly ship within range would be discarded by an opposing effect, you may discard this card instead. Okay, so this is a way to protect crew cards at range 1. So not only this ship, the ship he's on, but any ship within range 1. So that's a really good ability compared to other protecting cards that are only on for the ship that he's on. You know, it's only range 1, but still, the fact that you can protect crew on other ships is quite amazing for 2 points. He's definitely a core type card. Kali. Discard this card and target an opposing ship. Range 1. Look at the face down damage cards besides the target ship's ship card. Flip one of those damage cards face up and resolve its effect, if applicable. It turns a hit into a crit on something that's already damaged. It's going to be very situational, and for 3 points, I don't know if she's worth waiting around for that, but it's a very interesting ability. Montgomery Scott, disable this card. Repair up to 1 shield and 1 hull in the ship. Action, disable this card. Here we were talking about the action economy. The fact that it's 1 shield and 1 hull is nice because that way you can get rid of a crit. It's 3 points, and that's an action and a disable, so still not great. Orks. Crew, 2 points. When the ship reveals its maneuver, disable this card. Rotate the ship's maneuver dial to a white or green maneuver of the same speed as a maneuver revealed and perform that maneuver instead. So, yeah, any way to change maneuvers around is always going to be a good thing. And for 2 points and a disable, maybe that can save you at the appropriate time. EMRES. When a battle station token is placed beside the ship, remove a disabled token from a crew upgrade equipped to the ship. Wow. That is a pretty darn good ability. When you get a battle stations token, you can undisable a crew upgrade. So I think there's a 7 of 9 that gives you a battle station for a disable. But just in general, just being able to use your action to do a battle station basically gives you a free action on a disable. Something that disables without an action, disables card to do X. And then you're still able to do your battle stations to undisable it. Well, that's a pretty good ability. You definitely have to build around it, but it's still a very good ability. And there's Chapel. Disable this card or place 3 time tokens on this card and target a crew upgrade equipped to the ship. Remove 1 disabled token or all time tokens from the target crew upgrade. Oh, it's another way to undisable another crew upgrade. So yeah, so basically it transfers the disable or the time tokens to this card. Not bad. 3 points, not too bad. Mr. Spock, combat phase. Discard this card and spend a scan token besides the ship. The ship's attacks cannot be cancelled this game round, and the ship cannot be prevented from attacking this game round. So this is a meta card. There's a lot of attack cancellation in this game right now, which is basically replace the warp jump abilities. And this is definitely an anti-meta card. Situational, of course, because not everyone plays attack cancellations, but it could very be useful in high-level tournament stuff. Laris, Romulans. Those ships aren't dual faction, are they? No, I don't know why we have a Romulan captain in here. We don't have any Romulan ships. Oh, we have a Romulan ship. Oh, I missed that completely. This is the IRW Talon, not the IKS. I missed that completely. This was a Romulan ship, not a Klingon D7. This is a Romulan D7, not a Klingon. I completely missed that. Wow. So the fact this is Romulan makes this even better. Anyway, Laris, combat phases. The ship performs a what is just sensor echo action this game round. Places battle station token beside the ship, and the ship rolls +1 attack this game round. This is great. This guy is awesome. He's 7 ability, and if you performed a sensor echo, you get a battle stations and a +1 attack. And obviously, you put it on the Talon, who gets a free sensor echo. You can see where that goes. You can see where that's leading. That's a great combination there. I did not even realize that was a... Yeah. Koloth. Anyway, Laris is going to be a very, very popular Romulan captain going forward. When attacking, place 2 time tokens on this card. The defending player must disable a captain or crew upgrade equipped to the defending ship. If they can't, place a orks token besides the defending ship. That's going to be very nasty, making your opponent discard a captain. If they got no crew on there, you making them disable their captain is quite a nice ability. Every other turn, too. Here we go. Core. Core is always a good captain, and this is no exception. When attacking, of course, he's skill 8, got an elite talent, he's 5 points. When attacking, if the ship is cloaked, place 2 time tokens on this card. The ship rolls 1 +1 attack die this attack, and the ship's cloak token does not flip. If this card is equipped to a Klingon ship, also add 1 hit. The problem with Core is every single version of them is so darn good, it's almost impossible to decide which one to play. Pure and simple, this Core is amazing. +1 attack die, +1 hit, and it's basically a built-in advanced cloaking system. Well, every other turn. You can only do that every other turn, unless you got some way to remove that time token. So, yeah, Core, again, really, every Core they've printed has just been amazing. And so, it's almost impossible to figure out which one you want to use. Robert April. If this card is equipped to the Constitution class ship, add 1 to this captain skill. Action, target a crew upgrade equipped to this ship. Remove all time tokens from the target crew upgrade to this card. If that crew upgrade has an action, you may perform that action as a free action. I'm sure there's going to be cards that could use that ability. They don't come off to me on hand. What would you want to use that for? But I'm sure this has a lot of potential. And he's got an Admiral version +2 for 4 points with the same ability. And it's a different picture. It's old Robert April. And here we go. James T Kirk. Skill 8. Action. Place a scan token or a battle station token besides the ship and perform the action of a crew upgrade equipped to the ship as a free action. So basically it's just action economy where you get 2 abilities. 2 actions for 1. That's skill 8. So not tremendous, but definitely not bad either. Action economy is always a good thing. Okay, so the Romulan and Klingon D7 maneuver dials are the same. The 3 come about, and then here's the Constitution class. Okay, and then of course it comes with a mission. 2 missions actually. The Practical Joker and Assault on Caleb 4. But the one card I haven't gone over yet is the one I think is the coolest thing ever. Legacy of the Name. Let history never forget the name Enterprise. Can only be equipped to a unique ship and must have a captain, Federation ship. Free action. Place 3 time tokens on this card. Perform a battle stations action or an evade action as a free action. If this card is equipped to the ship with Enterprise as its name, you may perform any available action as a free action instead. It's only 3 points from elite talent, and every 3 turns you get a free action. And it's just really cool. It's once per ship, so Legacy of the Name. It's just a cool card, cool concept. So that is the animated series faction pack. Lots of good stuff in here, lots of cool ships. lots of cool things to do. So, but nothing overly powerful. Again, Core and Laris, the two captains, are going to be mainstays going forward for their respective factions. But overall, great, and I'm glad they came out with this very, very cool concept that they did the animated series like this. And thanks for watching.